Yeah, I'll try and keep this short because my girlfriend says I drag things out and I'm long-winded. I don't know what she's talking about. Okay, much like the last two, I don't even think I need this. I'm pretty much like the last two, I'm a driver too. I've been driving since I was 23 years old. I started pretty young. Here, almost 18 years later, I was 210 when I first started driving. And as of spring of last year, I was 479. Yeah, I picked up a lot of weight in 18 years. And it just came up slowly, 10 pounds here, 15 pounds here. It's a pound a month for 18 years, and you gain 250 pounds. It's not a big deal. Driving 10, 12, 15 hours a day, no DOT here, hopefully. You drive a lot, and yeah, you do two things when you're on the road. You drive and you eat and you sleep. That's it. That's all there is. There's nothing else to do. So yeah, you pick up 5 pounds here, 10 pounds there. It comes on so fast and you don't even notice it. Almost 3 years ago now, my father passed away. And up until 3 months ago, it was the most devastating day of my life. And it changed something in my head. And my sister had said something to me. She says, "We just lost our dad. I don't want to lose you too." And at 480 pounds, it's going to happen. It's inevitable. I mean, how many 50-year-olds, I mean, I'm 42, almost 42 now, 40 at the time. How many 50-year-olds you see that are 500 pounds? You don't. They don't exist. They're like leprechauns. They just don't exist. So I made a decision, and I was like, I got to do something. I'm 40 years old. It's like the weight's just not going to come off if I don't do something now. Everybody says, do you have any regrets? And I said, I think my one regret is I wish I would have done it 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And it's the same regret that everybody will have. It's like, why didn't I do this 10 years ago? And maybe I should have. But now I'm at the place where I feel at 42 how I probably should have felt when I was 30. It's like I have so much energy now to me, and I just always want to keep going, and it's just crazy nowadays. But 2 years ago, I was right around 480. Last spring, I was 450. I got down 450, and then we went on a cruise to Alaska, and pictures were taken, and my mom came up. She lives down in California. She came up, went to Pike's Place, and there was a picture, I have it on my phone too, of me and my mom standing over by the Ferris wheel up at the market, and I saw this picture, and don't make me cry, you're gonna make me cry. I saw this picture, and this picture changed my life. Because I was like, I always knew I was a bigger guy, but I never really knew I was a bigger guy. I did my best to try and fit in with everybody, but I just never really noticed it until I saw this picture of me standing next to my mom. And I looked at it, and I was like, that's not me. That's not the person I want to be anymore. And that's when I had made my decision. I was like, I gotta do something. And I started doing some, and I did what probably everybody else did. I tried to go through my it's up here. It's not going to happen. It's like, and I can't afford it. I don't have $25,000 to do a surgery up here. So Mexico, just a no-brainer for me. It's like the prices are so much cheaper, and I just saw no negativity to it or anything like that. NBC was just the one that came up, and there was no reason not to. So did a lot of research, of course, and made the phone call, and they sent me up everything, got approved, and went down there, and had to do a 2-month. A lot of people only have like a couple of weeks pre-op. I had to do a 2-month pre-op because I was so big. I was 435 when they told me I needed to do pre-op. By the time my surgery came down 2 months later, August 8th, I started pre-op, 435. October 8th was day of surgery. I was down to 397. It's still so high, but I was down to 397. And I hadn't been in the 300s in 10 years. I hadn't been in the 300s. And I'm 399, so basically 400 still. 397 day of surgery. As of this morning, I'm 252, 253. So from my high, I've lost about 244 pounds. Yeah. That's pretty crazy. I was real apprehensive about telling people, and I'm sure a lot of people might have this too, where you don't want to tell anybody because they're gonna put the thoughts in your head. Oh no, you're gonna go down to Mexico. It's not safe down there. They're gonna fill you up with coke and drug you back across. And I was like, no, that's not gonna happen. I'm not worried about all that. But like the other guy said, totally safe. You don't even know you're down there. It's like everybody speaks proper English. It's total family. Everybody knows everybody. So it's like everybody's on a real personal level. It was everything I could have expected and more. I had zero complaints about anything. Though I think if I did have one complaint, though, it was kind of funny because Amy was with me, of course. And so day of surgery, you get on the gurney, they start shooting you up with the drugs and everything. And they wheel me back there, and she's right there, and she's by the counter. And they're starting to take me back, and I kind of look in, and I see the operating room back there. And she goes, "Can you hear what they're playing on the radio right now?" So I wasn't really paying attention because I'm going in for surgery. I've never had any kind of surgery or anything before. So I kind of pay attention. I'm listening on the radio. Guns N' Roses, Knocking on Heaven's Door. I'm like, don't play this song right now. Come on now. Yeah, it was horrible timing. So hour later, unbeknownst to me, an hour later, I'm coming to and everything, and she's right there, and she's holding my hand. She goes, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "When are they going to do this already? I want this over with." She goes, "They're done. They've been done for 45 minutes." And I'm like, "Really?" She goes, and I said, "Am I skidding yet?" And she's like, "No, not yet." I was like, crap. So the whole recuperating phase afterwards, and it was great. It was, like I said, zero complaints except for that song. It kind of messed my head up a little bit. But yeah, it was so amazing, and my journey, though I'm not done yet, 240 pounds. I've lost 240 pounds. It's just amazing. So I brought some of my clothes that I wore. This is 15 months ago I was wearing this. And just looking at it now, it's like these are the two things. Everything else is gone because it just doesn't do me any good anymore. But the things I noticed that I used to wear is just amazing now. This is my shirt. This is my shirt in April of last year. Oh, wow. I wore this. This was tight on me April of last year. Even though the Giants didn't do too good this year. Yeah, oh, it is, yeah. And it's like you see those Weight Watchers commercials where they're holding up their pants. It's like, man, I always wanted to do that, and I get to kind of do that now. And it's like, wow. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. So this is a 56. I went from a 56 to a 36. 5XL to an XL shirt. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, pretty amazing. But yeah, any hesitations, just don't have any. Just like he said, invest in your life. It's such a small, you spend $5 a day on Starbucks, you save that for a year, and then go down to Mexico and lose 200 pounds. It's just a no-brainer. Okay, that's all I got.
Not to interrupt you guys, but when I was at my highest at 337, I was wearing the same size pants as him. My uniform pants at Trimont was a size 56.
Yeah.
And, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, I keep these now just to kind of remind me that I'll just never get there again. It's just impossible, even if I wanted to.
That's amazing.
Yeah, thanks. All right, that's it.